Alrighty, and here's the famous Butcher Holler rock that shows you how to get in there. Got little music notes on it. I hope you can see that.
Yes. Looks like the O's wore off a little bit.
Yeah.
Might need touched up.
Yeah. If I had my paint, I'd come out here and fix it for them, but I guess I'll leave that to the locals. This is the little road leading down to Butcher Holler. We're not very far away at all from the house from here.
Loretta Lynn home plate.
All right, open. Oh, it's so beautiful to see that gate open. And there's the outhouse.
An old building.
Some people call me an old building. We'll get a little bit of shot of the front.
All right, we're going to take a look inside the home place of Loretta Lynn here.
Yeah. Been looking, and I've seen a few signatures from this year.
Oh no!
It wasn't while I was here, I'm glad to say.
Yeah.
But and it was just something my dad wasn't able to control.
Right.
He said he'd turn his back and somebody'd be signed.
Yeah.
It just got out of the hand, so I'm pretty sure he just kind of gave up.
Oh, they got the ceilings and everything.
Yeah, it's pitiful. But you got to think too, it was wartime when they were growing up.
Yeah.
So they listened to the news before they listened to the opera.
All right.
That is the swing that they used on the front porch.
Oh, awesome.
And the reason it's still in one piece, when they left here, Dad took it off the porch and stuck it upstairs in a closet. He said, I was afraid it'd get stolen.
Yeah, it probably would have. I'll take some pictures too. I know you got the good camera, but
Here, let me block it for you so you can.
sorry.
Yeah. It's so neat. Yeah, I got one.
The original radio. That is so neat. It feels so cool to be standing here where they all come to listen.
You know, I said it kind of blows my mind. Because, you know, if you went to Thomas Jefferson's mansion,
Right.
you would expect to see the original furniture.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But here,
yeah.
you know, because nobody knew what Loretta was going to do.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
and so it's amazing to me that Dad was able to, like he said, this stayed here. It's
Yeah.
been here. And that swing's been here the whole time.
Right.
But a lot of the other stuff he had to barter with family members to get it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Now you see this old guitar here? Dad said that's probably the first guitar Loretta ever played on.
Oh, wow.
And please note I said played on, not played.
Right. Oh, yeah. I had my uncle, he lived up a holler that we had to walk up every spring when it washed out, and
Yeah.
so I can relate.
Now that picture right there is of her mansion down in Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
And she doesn't actually live in that house now. She's
Yeah.
built another house behind it when Doolittle got sick.
Right. Oh my gosh, I love this kitchen.
Now both these cabinets were my grandma's. I try to point out things that were original. This was my grandma's butter churn.
That is so cute.
This was my grandma's cook stove.
Yes.
And grandma used to make her lye soap and render her lard in these tubs right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you all something right now. This was not my grandfather's still.
Okay.
Or at least that's what my dad told me.
Yeah.
But it gives a good segue here to this picture.
Yeah.
If you remember in the movie, there was a moonshiner who tried to recruit Doolittle into selling his moonshine.
All right.
His name was Lee Dollarhide. He was a cousin of ours.
Okay.
This is Lee Dollarhide right here.
Oh, wow.
And Dad said the way they depicted that in the movie was
Yeah.
exactly the way he remembered it too.
Wow.
The line in the movie that Lee is famous for was it's either coal mining, moonshining, or heading on down the line.
Yeah.
That's what he had said to do because that was the only way to make a living back here then.
Exactly. Oh,
Uh-oh.
goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited. There's so much to look at in here.
Just,
That is so cool.
Yeah. This was the dining room.
Yeah.
Now the only furniture that would have been in here would have been the table and maybe a sideboard.
So this is the original table?
This is my grandma's dining room
wow.
table.
And that is gorgeous too.
Yeah, now it's missing a couple of leaves.
Yeah.
It would have filled this whole room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw when I
I
saw
know.
those feet. I said, I
gorgeous.
thought my grandparents were poor.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a nice table. But
Yeah.
I found out they bought it second hand.
Really?
Yeah, it was used. Now it had a matching hutch too,
Yeah.
but the hutch was too tall to fit in here.
Oh, no.
But if you'll notice, it does have an electric motor now. But electricity did finally come up through here in the late 40s,
Yeah.
early 50s. And one of Dad's uncles put that electric motor on it at that time. Dad said, everybody had beds in their front room.
Yeah.
Because he said, you know, they didn't have electricity, so they didn't have a need to have a place for people to gather. He said they more or less used this as a guest bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, this furniture is original. Now this was my grandma's sewing machine.
Okay.
She sewed many a feed sack
My mom
into
had
a
one
dress.
just like that, same
for
old sewing
Loretta.
machine. She did exactly like that.
This record player actually belonged to Loretta's grandpa.
Oh my
Somebody in the
gosh,
family gave it to
wow.
Dad about 12 years ago, and Dad had it refurbished so it does work.
Oh my goodness, that
Your
is
family
so
kept
awesome.
so many things. It's, like you said, it
And
was
it's
a miracle.
weird.
That is so
The
special.
rocking chair in that room in there belonged to Loretta's grandma.
I know.
Now this door right here goes upstairs, and there's two attic-style bedrooms up there.
Wow.
Dad said the boys would sleep in one room, the girls would sleep in the other until it got really cold in the wintertime.
Right.
He said then you'd see 3 and 4 beds in each one of these rooms right here. Because right there's your source of heat.
Yeah.
That's a coal burning fireplace. If you notice, it's not as deep and wide as a wood burning fireplace.
Okay.
Because coal burns hotter and longer.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, I was thinking one day when I was telling us, boys in one room, girls in the other, and it hit me.
Yeah.
Loretta was the only girl for the first 5 kids.
Right.
You know, it was my Uncle Junior, then Loretta, then my dad, Herman, then my Uncle J. Lee, and then my Uncle Don. I said, so did she have her own room up there?
Yeah.
And no wonder she was Daddy's girl.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I said, no wonder she could stand up to Dude.
Yeah.
Because she grew up fighting
With a
4
bunch of
brothers.
boys. Yeah. My
You know,
mama's
seriously.
The same way.
Yeah, no wonder. It all
Grew up
makes
fighting
sense.
boys.
Things have to make sense to me. But I did learn something different because, you know, they did not film the movie here. They filmed the movie over in Letcher County.
Oh, yeah.
And they built a replica of this house and used it in the movie. Well, when the movie company finished with it, Loretta and Dew had that replica taken to her ranch in Tennessee.
Oh wow.
So you can tour that house there.
So neat.
Well, I had some people that had just toured that house come here. And they quickly corrected me when I said, Loretta had her own room. I was just joking, but anyway.
Yeah.
They said the way Loretta has Grandma and Grandpa's bedroom set up is there's an extra bed in there.
Yeah.
And my Aunt Betty had verified this. She had told me that once before, that they always kept a little single-sized bed in there.
Yeah.
And they tell down there that that's where Loretta slept.
That makes sense.
And to help Grandma with the babies.
Yeah.
You know, she was the
Yeah.
biggest girl. And I said, I knew Grandma wouldn't put Loretta upstairs with 4 brothers.
Yeah. And by herself. Really. Yeah.
So I said, that makes perfect sense. I believe that happened that way.
Yeah.
You know. Now I always point this picture out here. You might have heard me tell the other couple some of this stuff. That's my grandma, that's my grandpa, and that little girl right there, and that picture right there, the baby, that's Crystal Gale.
Okay.
A lot of people do not associate Crystal with Butcher Holler,
Yeah.
but this is her home place too.
Right.
She lived here for a while, didn't she?
She lived here, she was about 4 or 5 years old when they left here
Okay.
and moved to Indiana. This picture shows all 8 of the kids. That's my grandma, and that's my step-grandfather. My grandmother remarried after my grandpa died, but that right there is my dad.
Okay.
And
He's a handsome man.
he was a very good-looking man. And a lot of people want to know if they were all musical. I said the only one I've never heard sing was my Aunt Betty.
Yeah.
A little tidbit of information, the movie company sent them all releases to sign so they could use their names in the movie. They paid them $1. Which my dad's still waiting on his dollar. But my Aunt Betty, she says, I'm not signing it.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for more money.
Yeah.
You know how...
Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this look at Butcher Holler, the home of
Loretta Lynn.
And I think that went well, don't you? Oh my God.
my
God, that's
goodness.
the problem where they don't have to do it
Such
over
a
again.
dad joke.
I know, such a dad joke. That's a little creepy thing up in the... Hope you can see that up there in the top window.
Yes.
Somebody watching out. Okay, guys.
It was a great little tour.